Hello. So, we are going to start next session, and this session is regarding creating an attractive web pages. So I hope you understand how to just create a normal structure of a web page. Just how to make a page container, and then how to use a CSS in that. Still, if have any doubt, I will give a little bit demo how to use the CSS, and how to apply styles on HTML elements. Okay, this session is something about how to apply styles on HTML element using a CSS. So first, before we start this session, I will just give you a small demo in my laptop, so how to use HTML and how to use the CSS. Okay, then we will come to how to apply style to a selective elements. So I hope you can see my screen now. Just to understand, let's try to make one div tag over here. This is one div tag over here, and maybe inside the div tag I am using a p tag, and I'm writing a hello one. So I have three paragraphs now, and I want to apply the styles. The first thing I need to do is I need to apply the styles using, I have an options. I can use a name of the element. I can use a ID. I can use a class. So I will just give a simple example to you. If I am going to use a name of the element, so let's say for example I'm using a name of the element, simple. I'm writing over here like a color. So if I try to use this, so you can see over here I use a p tag here, p tag 3 times, and I apply the style, a color here on my p tag. Now I have a div tag also. Okay, and let's say I use I said a background, and I try to use a color and give some border here. So I give 1 pixel, and I said solid, and the color I am going to use is black. So I'll save this and try to run this here. So now you can see I have a div, and in that div I use 3 different elements, and I'm trying to apply style on these elements by using the name of the element. Now the problem comes at that time when, for example, if I'm using a p tag here, so this p, okay, so it means to say is this style will apply to all the p elements. So what we can do is, over here we can use a ID, and for example I'm giving a ID p1, So I am giving ID to my all P elements. Remember, ID in one page need to be unique. So I'm giving this now. Now you can see over here, if I am trying to use this over here and see, working on all. Now what I'm trying to do is, over here I want that it will work only with a P2. So it is working only on a P2 tag over here, as you can see on your screen. Okay. Another option I have is, if I don't want to write this over here, I can just write this hash P2. Okay. So what time I will use ID? I will use ID at that time when I want to give a unique style to a element given in my HTML page. Now, for example, let's say I have a P2 and P1, and these two tags I want to give the same style. I want to apply a same style. So rather than using ID, what I will do is, okay, first I will explain this. If I want to give a style to both the paragraphs, same style, so I need to write something like this, and okay, so you will find what? You will find that the same code I'm writing it 2 times. So rather than writing it 2 times, what I can do is I can use a class over here. I will say class, and I will say class, and over here I will give the same name of the class. In one web page, you can have more than one element with a same class name. So class P1 and class P1. Now over here, if I want to use this, so remember, if I want to use a ID, I will use ID with a hash, and whenever I want to use a class, I will use a dot. So if I will use dot P1 now, you can see the style is going to apply on both the paragraphs. So this is normally how I use a ID and a class in my CSS. Now I'm coming to my chapter here. Okay. Now this chapter is how to apply styles to a selective elements. Remember, selective elements, okay, means you have more than one HTML elements in a web page, and you want to apply style on them. Now look at the first place here, this place. I am making one web page, but I am not using any style over there, so my web page is not looking that attractive. I have another option. What I am doing is I am applying style on my CSS page, and it looks attractive because I give some colors. Maybe I change the style, maybe font, okay, maybe the background. So this is how I'm doing. It makes my web page appealing, good. Okay, now I want to apply a styles to my HTML elements, and using a CSS. Okay, so what we do is we use a CSS selectors. As I said, CSS selectors, I have ID, okay, I have a class. I can also use a type of element type. For example, input have many types, like input have a button type, checkbox type, like radio button, text field. Okay, so we can use that. Now here I'm giving an example how to use a elements and a attribute to apply the style on HTML elements. Okay, so CSS provide a wide range of selectors as I said, I have a ID, I have a class, and now I'm going to use what? I'm going to use a element selectors and a attribute selectors. So first, coming to my element selector here. See here, element selectors are the selectors that specify the selection criteria based on the name of the element. Okay, now look at the first option. First option, I have element and a element. It's something like this. You can see in detail here. For example, I am saying div, okay, and tilde operator I'm using, and I said ul. It meaning to say is, what I'm saying, this selector selects every ul element that is the sibling of a div element. Meaning to say is, let's say for example over here, I will explain with my screen here with the example. So I hope you can see my screen now. See this place. For example, I said I try to use a h1 tag, and I'm trying to say hello there. Okay. Now in my CSS part, I said div because I'm giving the name of the element. Okay, so I said div, and then I use a tilde operator, and h1. Okay, and I said color, and I give the color is orange. So let's try to use this. See here, hello there. Okay, why this is coming here? You can see over here div element. This is my div. Okay, this begin here, and it close at this place. Okay, and after that I use a hello there, h1. Again I'm trying to use this, and I said bye bye. Okay, and okay, so you can see it's working over here. So coming to my next part here again. See here, I said first of type selector. Okay, first of type selector. It meaning to say is, what it will do when it comes a div. In my web page, maybe I have many div tags, maybe one tag, or maybe I use a div tag one time or two time or three time. Okay, so what will happen, wherever the div tag will come first time in his parent element. Okay, I'm saying parent element. So what he will do, he will apply the style. Okay, just for explanation more, to make you more clear, I am giving this example once again here. Okay, so I think you can see my screen now. find here this place coming yellow. I will try to change this color, maybe see here this time first of type is coming. See here, this is my div element parent, and over here this is the first child, okay, and this is again div, and over here again a first time is coming, so you can see hello one and a is coming over there, so it is coming in a cyan color. So similarly you can apply another element selectors. So we have another selector that is last of type. As I just give an example, I'm writing first of type, it will give me the first element, then I'm saying last of type, it will give the last type, okay, last element of the parent element. Then we have a nth child. Nth child meaning here is like if I'm giving a nth child 2, it meaning to say is the second child, okay, or last child, nth last child, okay, it's same as like I explained the last time, okay. So I will give the name of the tag, like I have a div, so here I use tag name is in the last example I use a tag name, it was a p, and now in this example it is given a div tag, okay. So it meaning to say is this selector selects every div element that is the second last child of its parent element. Then is a only of type. This selector selects every div element that is the only div element of its parent, means only one, not more than one, okay. So wherever it is a unique, so it will find that one, okay. If have a more than one, it will not select. So here in this example, I choose P. I said last of type, and I give the color is red. So you can find here this at this place it becomes red, and over here it becomes a red. So you can find here this place, okay. So I said the size, so only you can see this place what I am writing what I said P only of type. P only of type meaning to say is the p element, which is the only element inside his parent element. So in this div tag, I have more than one p. Okay, in this I have more than one, but here it comes, this div, it contains only one p tag, so applies to this one. Okay. Any questions you have? Okay. Uh, if you have any problem with your simulator, I will explain. Just look at my screen here. Okay, see here. If I want to run this page on maybe iPad, so I will click this. So this simulator will come. Okay, it happens. So what you need to do is try it once. It will work. Okay, you just need to first time, because there is no default page set for this website. So when I try to run this page, maybe he not find my page. So what I need to do is I can just go here and I will say launch in a browser. So when I will say launch in a browser, so it will display. Okay, so you can also check it on your device, iPhone. See here, you can also change the orientation to this. Okay. Yes, any other question you have? Okay, moving this now. So you know how to use HTML elements and CSS, and how to apply styles on HTML elements using a CSS, right? If you have any question, you can ask. Yes, please. Any question? Anyone have any doubt? Hello? 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 What is there? Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Do you have any doubt until now?
No, sir, no doubt.
So you understand?
Mm,
Okay. If you have any doubt, please raise your question, okay?
sure, sir.
Okay, then we have attribute selectors. Until now, I just explained how to use HTML element selectors, and now we are trying to use attribute selectors. Okay, so in attribute selectors, we have a starts with, or we have a ends with, and we have a contains. Okay, so let's try to understand with examples over here. Let's look at the example here. I said the starts with. So this is just basic operator. This is just like an XOR operator. So this starts with selector is used to select element that have the specified attribute with a value starting with the given string. It meaning to say is, if I will give the example over here, see here, this is one example. I said I want to find a row, okay, and which begins with a scholarship. Okay, so I said tr and I said class, and here you can see a scholarship. So it may be here somewhere in your this page. See here, tr class scholarship. It meaning to say is, what I'm trying to find a row, tr row, and having a class, and that class starts with a scholarship. Okay, so this is example. Then we have ends with. Okay, so when I'm saying ends with, now I will give you an example again here. For ends with, see here, I'm saying a tr, a class ends with a placement, and this is the style which I want to apply. And now if I will go to my this HTML page, you can see here, okay, see, placement ends with placement. So over here, see, placement. Okay, so normally I have three example over here. If I want to use with starts with, I have a ends with, and I have a contains. So when I am saying starts with, means the string starts with, and then if I'm saying ends with, it means the string ends with. And when I'm saying this asterisk symbol I'm using, it means that string can be anywhere in the string, maybe in the middle, or maybe in the left side, or maybe in the right side, means in the beginning, or in the end, or in the middle. So this is one HTML page basically, and in this page we are trying to use one table, and we have classes over here. You can see class, scholarship placement, some other rows of the table, and here I give the example as I said, starts with scholarship, and you can see whoever starts with a scholarship, the color changed to yellow color. Then I am using ends with placement. What I want to do is, I want to give the font style is italic. So you will find here these, see here, this and this, these two are italics. So it meaning to say is, I found these two rows. Then I have another option, that is a string which is anywhere. So I'm trying to find the word which is hostel. So when I say hostel, you can see the output here. See, okay, see here, I want to say, if somewhere you will find a hostel, it will make it bold. So see, this place bold, and this place bold, and this place bold. So this is how I can use attribute selectors in my a CSS. Any question you have? Anybody have any questions? Anyone? Okay. See here, what I said is I want to find a attribute whose value is hostel, and I use class star. Okay, class star. Now, when I am trying to say class star, you can see how many rows are bolded here: 1, 2, and 3. This, and this. Let's try to find out in my HTML page. Here you can see this is the row. Here you can see we have a hostel. Yes. And here I have a hostel in the beginning. Okay. At this place I don't have a hostel. You can see over here I have a hostel. So I have a hostel 3 times. Yes, in the beginning, in the end, and in the middle. Is because over here I have only 1 time hostel. Okay, so here I have in the beginning, in the previous slide I have in the end, and over here I have a in the just along the middle. Okay, so hostel. Now when I try to use this like this, tr class hostel, so he tried to find out hostel, and wherever he find hostel, so in my this example I found hostel 3 times. So when I found this 3 times, you can find this place 3 rows, this, and this, it become bold. Okay, any question? Okay, just look at my screen, how to render a page in simulator and then in your browser. See here, if I am trying to use my browser here, this place I will choose the option. Okay, I want to run it in which place. I want to use iPad, iPhone. So if I'm trying to use Google Chrome, so I will press this. I said initially it will give this error to you because as such there is no initial page is set for my website. So what I need to do is I can just right click in this and I will say launch in a browser. So when I will say launch in a browser, this page will appear over here. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I missed that session. Can you please explain me the difference between that a class as well as a div? Why should we take that div instead of
I
a class?
can barely hear you. Please speak loudly.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is it audible, sir?
Yeah. Please speak loudly.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I missed that session during that saying of class, so that I want to know what is the use of taking instead of div, taking a class right now. What is the use of taking a class?
I explained this in my session here. You can see my screen again. See, this is my div. Okay, I am using a div. This is a container element. Container element, it means in which something I will show, right? For example, look at this place. This is container, and in this container what I did is I tried to show what? I tried to show p tag 3 times here. Okay, so class, it meaning to say is, I said I have a different selectors. Okay, CSS selectors. I can select using a ID. I can select using a class. Okay, I can select using a name. I can select using a type. So for example, just now as I said, if I have one element, for example this is one element, I am just writing example. For example, I said h3 and h3, and something over here, I'm writing something over here. Okay, I want to give a style to this HTML element h3. So what I will do is, if I want to give a if I want to apply a style which is unique in whole page, unique in whole page, I said unique in whole page. So it meaning to say is what? For example, if I said ID is this, and I give the name is, for example, hs1. It meaning to say is, in this web page I am going to use one ID whose name is hh1, and then if I want to apply the style over here I will say hash hh1 and give any style over here. Okay, now you see here, I am going to use a class here. Why? Because I want that the same style apply to more than one element. Okay, now see here, I was using here h3. So at time it may be there are more than one h3. Okay, but here the problem is, in one page ID hh1 I can use only one time, I cannot use 2 times. So what I need to do is, because this content I want the font size 70, and this content I want font size 70. So I have two options: either I will give the different ID over here, or if I want to give the same, then over here I will say class. Okay, and when I want to use this over here, this place, because class represents here with dot, so I will say this, and okay, so remember, div is what? Div is a container. At that element I will use to add something or to put something. Okay, and class is what? Class is something which I am going to use to give a style to that element. Okay, yes, do you understand my meaning?
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Any other question?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So anyone have a question? Any other student who has a question? Okay, then moving forward now. So I hope you understand how to use ID, how to use class, and how to use a element name selectors. I'm using with name. Okay, and then I have option how to use attribute. I give the options here with attributes. There is one animation which is provided to you in your TRM folder, and you can use that. Okay. Actually, I already gave the demo to you here, so I think no need to go to that animation. You can show to your students later. Okay. So here is a question. The selector is used to select every matching element that is the nth child of a particular type of its parent. Yes. We have an option. We have first option, nth of type, first of type, only of type, and nth last of type. Okay. So anyone knows the answer? Yes, please. Any answer? Okay. So simple answer. I already explained this, nth of type. Whenever I will give the nth of type, it means over here I will give the name. Okay, number. Sorry, a node number, and it will select that element. Now, in our last session, we create one activity that was activity related to a food hub, and I told you that time as a layman, you tried to create one a website which was not visually appealing, and here in this activity, the management find that website is not that appealing, and they try to make it more appealing by applying a different CSS styles. So this activity is how to apply a CSS style to my website which I create earlier. Okay. What I have to use in this website now, I have to change the logo, I have to add login, find us, and display the contact details. I mean, at the top of the web page, I want to display all these links. Secondly, I want to show the navigation menus, and navigation menus includes home, menu, recipes, best deals, about us, and contact us. In addition to that, I want to change the color. Okay, I want to change the color of maybe hyperlinks or maybe the text color. So you can see I also want to apply a hover effect on my menus. It means whenever my mouse will go up to that particular link, or you can say a navigation menu, so the color will change. Okay, and after that, I also need to add something extra, maybe something like the introduction section that was coming at the top. Maybe I want to apply some styles over here. I also want to create an image gallery, okay, so that any customer can just click on that particular food item and then he can check that. I also want to add the quick menus, okay, so that it looks appealing here now. So these are the things which I want to display in my quick menus. Okay, I also want to add a copyright in my footer section. Now this is how I want to display my web page, the web page which I created earlier. Okay, as you can see over here, this place I use a logo of my web page. Okay, at this place you can see I am trying to use a login and find us. These are two links which I provide at the top of my header, and then I provide some contact us informations. Over here you will find the menus. Okay, this place is a navigation bar, and then I have this intersection. Okay, and then I have an image gallery. As I said, I will display the food items over here, and this is another small image gallery that is to display the cuisines which Food Hub offers for the customer. And over here in the right side you can see over here there is a quick menu. If you don't want to go to the menu in detail and just you want to give an order in hurry, so you can just go here and then select the any food item which you want to buy. You can see at the end you will find over here there is a footer. Okay, so remember one thing: whenever you are going to make one web page, home page of that web, you should always need to make a very attractive. Okay, so I am trying to change that old web page into this new page. This is activity also provided in your theorems. Okay, so I will come to my system here now. So this is the activity 1, and here we have a input, Food Hub, and this images. Okay, so what I need to do is I need for the time being I need these two, and you can copy it somewhere, anywhere in your machine. So what I will do is I will extract these files, and I will also extract this one. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to go here, okay, and you need to say file, come to this place, open, okay, and then folder as site. You need to choose this one option, folder as a site. I repeat again, come to file, open, folder as site. So click on this, and now you need to find the location where you have saved this. So this is E drive, and I have a lesson 2 demo. So I will copy this and I will just come here and I will say lesson 2 demo, and this is my website Food Hub. I will select this, and you need to choose the folder which is inner side. Okay, so Food Hub, because you can see over here these are the pictures we have. So I will choose Food Hub here, and this is my Food Hub. Click on this and say okay. So make sure over here you will get a Food Hub, By default, when you will try to open this in your web matrix, it will change the name Food Hub to. So that does not make any problem to you. You just put it here, okay? And now I'm going to use my LG. All steps with their explanation, it is given in your LG, so you just need to follow the step, okay? Each step you need to be very careful. If you will skip any step, maybe you will not get the desired result, okay? So I am coming to here, and he said open the Food Hub website which has been provided to you, delete all the images from the image folder and drag and drop the images from the image.zip. So over here, this is my image, so I need to delete all images from here. And then I need to copy these pictures from here. I will copy all these pictures. Just say copy, and you can put into this place, or you can drag and drop also. So all pictures will come here, okay? Moving next now. He said open the home.html page and delete all the code between the opening and closing body tag and add the following code. So it meaning to say is, I will say I will open my home page, okay, and step says that, so delete everything from the body tag. Because if you remember, I told you that whenever I want to make my web page responsive, it's not that simply I can change my adaptive web page layout to my responsive web page. What I need to do is I need to rebuild that web page. So what I am trying to do here is I need to create that HTML structure again, so that I can make that web page responsive later, maybe in lesson number 4 and 5. Okay, so I need to redesign the structure of my HTML page. So initially I will redesign the structure of my HTML page only. So I am coming here, and he said you need to copy this content from this place. So where I need to copy and add following code snippet in the place of deleted code. So I will add this over this place. I will not explain this thing again now what is written here. Simply I am trying to use some tags like header tag, you can see. I am trying to make a banner. I am trying to make a div tag, okay, and I'm also giving some IDs over here. Later when you will do a practice, you will come to know. So I just try to make a HTML structure here. So he said, you can see the explanation is giving over here. I'm giving explanation. I said the preceding code snippets add the logo image of the Food Hub website and add the login and find us links. So every explanation is given over here. So what you need to do is you just need to follow the steps. So then he said right click the food hub website and then select the new folder and give it name as a CSS. So it meaning to say is I will come here and I will create a new folder and I will give the name as CSS. Then right click the CSS folder and then create a new file whose name is stylesheet.css. So over here this is my style CSS folder. Now I will make a right click and I will say new and I will say file, and over here stylesheet.css. This is default name, I want to use it. Okay, so same. Then he said replace the existing code. So replacing the existing code here now, and I am trying to write this code here. I will explain why I am writing this code here. See, I will explain why I use this code over here. I am trying to make one web page, okay, and I am not sure that a user who will use this web page, he will use which browser. Sometimes it happens that I am trying to use a web page, I am opening that web page on Chrome, and someone else is opening in maybe in IE or maybe in a Firefox or maybe in a Netscape. So sometimes it happens that some tags works in one web browser, but that tag is not working on another browser. Maybe working in Chrome, but maybe not working in IE. So what I need to do is I need to normalize my web page, so that if maybe somewhere if a browser does not support that particular element or a tag or a style, so I can make sure that my web page will open same in all the web browsers. So what we need to do is we always normalize the web page, and for that I'm writing some CSS code here, just nothing, a simple code over here. If you know CSS, you can understand simply. Okay, no rocket science here, just simple CSS. So I'm coming here next, and he said add the preceding code snippet at the end of stylesheet.file. So what I need to do is I need to add this one now. Because all these elements I have, or IDs or selectors I have created in my web page, so I need to add these over here. So as I said, I need to add it in the bottom of this place. Okay, I'll say save. Now you can see here, if I will try to run this page over here now, for the time being I'm trying to run this page. You can see over here, because CSS is not applied yet. Why? Because I need to add the reference of my CSS in my HTML page. So I will write the reference. So where you need to add it after title tag in HTML page. So this is your so you can see something is coming in shape. Yeah. Until now what I have made, I made a logo, I made this login. Okay, you can see over here I have a hover effect is placed. Okay, and I use a contact us. Okay, So as such, there is no navigation menu at this time. I'm just creating a header section of my web page. So now coming to next part here, I need to add a menus and sub menus. So for that I am using this. You can see here now, over here I am using a nav tab. This nav tag, I can also use a div tag, okay, and then I can add my name of the menus over here using a list, okay. So but what I did is I use a nav, so that because it is easy for me to remember that nav is for navigation, so I try to use nav. So list items I'm using here, just copy it in your home page. See, banner area end. So here he said you need to type it or you need to add it over here after the banner area end. So this is the place where I'm going to add this, okay. Now after that, the next step is what? Next step is I need to add the CSS for my menus. So here you will find your menus now. See this place, you have a menus, okay. You can see it has a effect, okay. Okay. It's not very hard to understand, just simple CSS. If you have a CSS and HTML background, you can easily understand. Just I am trying to club so many properties of CSS in one CSS file. Okay, coming next here now, what I am trying to do is I need to add the introduction section here. So I need to add into the introduction section in the HTML page. So I am going to use this here. After header, add this one, section area. Then you need to add a CSS for this in your CSS file. So you will find over here I have this section coming this place, okay, introduction section. Now I want to create an image gallery, and for that I am going to use HTML coding here. Just need to add, come to your HTML file and then add, okay. Save this and come to your gallery part. Need to add this in your CSS file now. So you will find this place. I have this one. Okay. Then I want to add another image gallery at the bottom. So last thing is my quick menu I need to add in my HTML file. So at the end I have a footer. So now you can find over here this. I have created a web page. Because the size of the screen is small, so I will just make it little. Yes. Now you can see over here. This is how my web page will display. So this is just a simple example how I create a web page, and yeah, a lot of CSS here. It's not that I'm not using a CSS, but yes, as I said, because when I make a web page, I need to club so many CSS properties inside the CSS. So yes, my coding become little bigger, yeah, but it's not very hard. You just need to see the CSS properties. Your students profile already there, that they already learned the CSS and HTML. So if anyone who have a background of HTML and CSS, they can easily catch this. It's not a big deal, easy to understand. Somewhere margin, somewhere padding, somewhere alignment left, somewhere alignment right. Okay, nothing else. Nothing is very hard over here. So this is one simple activity in which I try to make one web page, just simple home page, you can say, and I'm trying to display. Okay, as such, no animation until now and no effect in this my page now. Yes, please. If anyone have any question, all these are the activities which you need to perform. Guidelines are given, steps are given, explanation is given. Okay, only the process is lengthy. Yes, of course, the process need to be lengthy because you need to create a web page, and for that you need to use so many elements and you need to set so many properties for these elements. Yes, please. Anyone have a question? Yeah, in this time you can see over here when I'm trying to make my web page, I what approach I'm trying to use is I am taking you from adaptive to responsive. So in the initial chapters, like lesson number 2 or lesson number 3 or lesson number uh, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to use approach that is AWD. I'm not going to use a RWD. Reason being, because I just want to make you sure that first how I make a web page is in AWD, and then I will add a fluidity to my web page in lesson number 4. You can see over here. As you can see, when I create this web page, look at this place. I give the size, my container size. See here, size of the container is 1024, and the laptop which I'm using is I don't think it is a 1024. It's is as wider than no. I mean, this laptop is not a wide screen laptop. So you can see over here when I try to run this page over here, and if I am trying to make it on a full screen, the horizontal scroll bar is coming over here. It meaning to say is it is showing that this page is not responsive, is AWD, as you can see, because the size of the container is defined here 1024. Okay, and you can see over here if I try to open this page in the smaller screen, see here the smaller screen, it give me a navigation menu. Okay, it give me everything, but the problem is what I have a horizontal scroll bar. Let's see this example in my iPad. See here, I'm trying to use iPad now. So here is my iPad screen. You can see on the here. See this place. Okay, very big screen. See, it has a horizontal scroll bar. Okay, when I will open it in my desktop screen, which is wider, okay, so it will render properly. Lane after and before. You can see this place. Sometimes some elements. I have a web page, and maybe I want to like elements are floating in my web page, and maybe I want to remove the elements. Okay, and maybe I am using a property clear. Here I am using, actually this is one class which I am using over here, clear fix. So this is basically to remove the element which is coming before that element or after that element. So sometimes if I want to remove element from the left side or from the right side, I can use the clear property. So here basically I am using some classes. Okay, if you want to learn in detail about before and after and other CSS properties, just you can open your CSS file, open CSS, or you can go to your book You can see, because there are so many properties in this web page I'm going to use, and if I'll try to explain each and every property one by one, so I think it will take one day only to explain this one.
Okay, sir.
Yes, please. Any other question regarding a question regarding how to use these activities or how to perform the steps?
No. No.
I think I already gave these IDs to you guys. You can use this ID and a password.
Yes. Wow.
This is the username and password. If you want to access the TDIM, you can use this student ID and you can use this password. For any TDIM related, you need to access this from FTP, and you can use this student ID and the password. Yes, please. Anyone have a question? So I think we'll take a break of 5-10 minutes, and then we'll start. If you have any question, you can ask. Five minutes break.